Baptista, or Jack Baptista, however you want to call me. I'm here, team lead for Massachusetts. We're here today with LaForest and Bree. Bree being our newest member of the team, our Provian for the moment.
And I'm back from being sick.
Yep, LaForest is finally back from being sick. So you all get to have some fun and enjoy this today. We're going to go to a couple locations today. Our first stop, and each of these locations will have their own video. So look forward for the next couple of weeks to the next month and a half.
This is related to something on the news.
Well, yeah, we're going to one of the locations that actually is related to something that happened on the news.
Got vandalized. Sorry. And here I am accidentally vandalizing your intro. I'm sorry.
Do we need to get you back to probing?
No.
Okay, anyways guys, yeah, so we're going to a couple locations today. One of the locations, actually a couple of locations, actually were recently vandalized by a man that chose to, you know, do that to different, some of these locations. So we might end up with some spirits that are at unrest.
Yes. Also, we are not giving names because they don't deserve clout on our channel. Fair enough?
No, I'm only mentioning certain things.
Just no names because they don't deserve the clout.
Okay, so these locations, some of them were vandalized by an individual that is unnamed. We will not name him. If you want to know more about this individual, go look back at the news.
The articles.
Article for November 2023, because this will come out in 2024. So y'all will see this sometime in 2024. But anyways, one of the locations that we're going to, we have not covered yet. And so this location is actually related to the Holocaust. So what we're going to end up going through is almost a simulation of what it was like to be in the chambers.
It's scary.
The Holocaust chambers where so many people died. And if you look, when we go through, especially if you look up, there are names of every single individual, or numbers of every single individual that were killed during the Holocaust.
I don't think this is even the first time that it was vandalized.
It is not the first time it was vandalized.
It was
there was another point in time that it
2015.
was vandalized. Yes.
I remember it on the news.
But this is only one location that we're going to be in, and so we'll go from there, and, you know, let's go. Let's go have some fun.
Oh, excuse me, sir. There's me being a smartass again. I'm keeping it on video. It was funny.
That's fine.
I wish I had a 360 camera, though.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I could have, and then I could use it for certain things. Like, it would have been cool for the Holocaust thing.
We can always do this again, too.
Yeah.
Some people were killed in the concentration camps.
Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen. What are the other names?
Brain no function.
All I remember is Auschwitz and Bergen-Belsen because those were the two worst ones in there. The ones that made me cry the most.
Yeah, my brain is not functioning right now.
And it's around other pieces of history too, like the Oyster House.
Yes, it is.
Which I was lucky to go there. Be prepared to spend a lot if you're there. But it's worth it. Sorry, I had to bring that up. Because we're around history. Also, the oldest tavern.
We are around a lot of history here in Boston.
Next time I come on my own, I'm going to the Bell and Hand Tavern to try it.
William and Tripoli. This is for the Holocaust.
The Holocaust always made me cry when I was a kid.
Well, that's where we're going. It's going to literally feel like you're actually there.
I've been in it. I never seen them doing the steam in it before.
The steam is supposed to represent the gas chambers.
This is the first.
When we go through it, it's representation of what it would feel like being in the gas chambers.
It makes me sad. Honestly, I feel the feelings of these people. But I'm an empath. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the New England Holocaust. QR code and everything.
Holocaust Memorial. You forgot to say memorial.
Yes, Holocaust Memorial.
Because people might mistake it for an actual Holocaust. I'm sorry.
Listen, my brain is not functioning right now. I need more coffee. Unless you don't want the hyperness.
Oh, I need food.
I need coffee.
I need food.
Hey.
Look at that cutie.
Do you remember our buddy by the water?
The sparrow.
Right?
I didn't
Remember
get
our buddy by the water? Oh, look at the top of the
spiritual meaning. That probably is a spiritual meaning, doesn't it?
Yeah, somewhat.
You want to go in yet?
Yeah, we're going to go in there. So this has a representation of...
Oh, it flew away, but look at all the rocks it has.
So between 1933 and 1945, the Nazis created a regime of hate and victimization in Germany that eventually consumed most of Europe. Driven by racial beliefs, they killed as many as 11 million men, women, and children in their quest to dominate Europe and to create a pure and superior race.
I call it a bunch of bullshit.
According to them,
I call the pure and superior race a bunch of bullshit.
It is.
It's a bunch of bullshit created by a psychotic man.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I have to keep it real, you know.
The Nazis singled out the Jews for total extermination. Their very existence to be erased from history and memory. Before their defeat in 1945, the Nazi regime murdered 6 million Jews, more than half of Europe's Jewish population. Those who perished have been silenced forever. Those who witnessed and survived the horrors carry with them the burden of memory. Through their voices, we seek to comprehend the acts of inhumanity that can stem from the seed of prejudice. To remember their suffering is to recognize the danger and evil that are possible whenever one group persecutes another. As you walk through this freedom trail, pause here to reflect on the consequences of a world in which there is no freedom. A world in which basic human rights are not protected. And know that wherever prejudice, discrimination, and victimization are tolerated, evil like the Holocaust can happen again. And then, of course, we have
The timeline.
January with the Nazi Party taking power in Germany, Hitler becoming chancellor. February, this is 1933. February, Nazi temporarily restricts civil liberties for all citizens, never to be restored. March, concentration camps. At Dachau is established. I can't pronounce that correctly. May, trade unions are closed. Books declared contrary to Nazi beliefs are publicly burned. 1935, September, the German government enacts the Nuremberg Law, codifying the racial definition of Jews and depriving them of citizenship and fundamental rights. The Nazi intensify persecution of political dissidents and others considered inferior, including gypsies, Jehovah's Witnesses, and homosexuals, many of which sent to the concentration camps. So yeah, even homosexuals were persecuted.
I think the better term is LGBT.
Yeah, so...
I think homosexual is more of a slur.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
They discriminated against the law. Not just Jews. 1938, November.
We're still knocked.
The night of broken glass. Nazis attacked Jews throughout Germany. 30,000 Jews arrested. 91 Jews killed. 7,500 shops and businesses looted. More than 1,000 synagogues set afire. Jewish children are expelled from public schools. December. Nazis seize control of Jewish-owned businesses.
This is gonna make me cry.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. Because we're not done yet. We still haven't gone through. Because you see those glass? See the glass panels?
I'm gonna
You will see how many names are sketched. Names and numbers are sketched on all of those glass. You will see them all.
I have to get some photos as well.
Oh yeah.
So if my camera bobs down, it's because I'm doing something with photography.
So, 1939, September, Germany invades Poland. Nazis ordered Polish Jews into restricted camps in October, Hitler ordered the so-called euthanasia program, leading to the systematic murder of the mentally and physically disabled in Germany and Austria.
I want to flip Hitler off right now. Because, you know why. You already know why.
I know.
He probably killed a lot of people with autism, which angers me.
I need to, zipper. I'm getting cold. Sorry. I'm like starting to freeze. This is not good. Alright, where were we? 1940, February. Nazis begin deporting German Jews to Poland. December, Nazis begin the first mass murder of Jews at Treblinka. 1941, June. Germany attacks the Soviet Union. Mobile killing units begin the systematic slaughtering of Jews.
Mobile killing.
September. In 2 days, mobile killing units shoot 33,771 Ukrainian Jews at
Babi Yar.
The largest single massacre of the Holocaust. I have ancestors from Ukraine.
And Russia.
And Russia.
No, pero sí, yo también le había pedido ese formulario porque estaba mal.
December. The death camps of Chernobyl begin operation. No, not Chernobyl. can't pronounce that. Calamon. I can't pronounce that. Somebody, please help me.
I don't know. Which one?
This one. I can't pronounce it. My brain.
Kelmno.
No. Okay. Alright. 1942. January. WASNI conference. The Nazis coordinate the final solution, a plan to kill all European Jews through mass extermination. This is where this comes in. 6 death camps equipped with gas chambers soon begin full-scale operation in Poland. So one of the famous ones on there is Auschwitz.
It's the most famous one.
But there are all these others which I cannot pronounce. Save my life right now.
Majdanek, Kelmno, Sobibor, Treblinka, Belzec, and Auschwitz-Birkenau.
During peak operation, thousands of people a day are murdered in those death factories.
1945.
So, from 1942 to 1945, that's when we start to have some sort of peace. 1945 May. U.S. and Allied forces defeat the Nazis and liberate the remaining concentration camp survivors. So,
Hey, look. Sorry.
so what we're gonna do,
It's a little blurry on the photo, though.
what we're gonna do, guys, is we are gonna take a walk through what is a simulation of these gas chambers that all these thousands upon thousands of people died in. You just need to take a moment and understand how this feels, because it's an experience in itself. This is one of the
That's Belzec.
So each of these, this is Belzec. All of these numbers on the wall, or on these walls, represent the person. Represents one person. One person.
One person, only known by number,
Yep. They were
erased of their
erased
names.
from their name. Their names were no longer valued.
That
They
is,
were only given a number, and that number, almost as if they were like livestock. That number was what ended up being used to identify them.
it makes me cry.
The number is
174517. I would carry that put.
I will
I would carry
the
the
tattoo
tattoo on my left arm.
until I die.
Yep. So their exact thing, what they said was, nothing belongs to us anymore. They have taken away our clothes, our shoes, even our hair. If we speak, they will not listen to us. And if they listen, they will not understand. They have even taken away our names. My number is 174517. I will carry the tattoo on my left arm until I die. One of the Holocaust.
My eyes are watery.
Yeah. This is literally how it feels. This is the beginning of how it feels in the death chambers.
Makes me sad.
This is a very sad area. Even on transports arrive every day, mainly from Poland, but also from other European countries, Germany, Austria, Czechoslovakia, and others. In one transport, there was a Ukrainian woman. She possessed documents that proved she was a genuine
Aryan.
Aryan, And yet she went through the gas chamber. Once you crossed the gate to the camp, there was no chance to get out of there alive.
That makes me sad. It gets smokier as you go along.
Yep. Most infants and children were killed immediately upon arrival at the camps. The Nazis murdered as many as 1.5 million Jewish children.
That makes me so sad.
While most people hated the Nazis or simply looked the other way, there were some courageous individuals in Germany and throughout Europe who risked their lives to save Jews.
I got a photo idea actually, sorry about that. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec, yeah. Sorry about that. This one's Auschwitz.
This one's Auschwitz. Shed used as a lavatory. In prayer, we laid before God our suffering, our rags, our filth, our fatigue, our exposure, and our hunger, and our misery. When my parents were sent off to the camps, I gave my good shoes to my father because I thought he'd need them if he did physical labor. When I saw my mother for the last time, I hugged her. And I said, I hope she didn't have to work too hard. I never dreamed they'd be dead within such a short time of their departure.
This makes me so sad.
It's supposed to be remembered.
I'm happy my great-grandfather fought for like the freedom of everybody.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather was in World War II as well.
What, was it airborne or something else?
Marines.
Nice.
After the German army invaded Denmark, the Danish people mobilized to ferry 7,800 Jews to safety in neutral Sweden. At the end of the war, 99% of Denmark's Jews were still alive. That's a good thing. That's a plus.
It still makes me cry that others died. Romani people.
The Nazis also targeted the Romani people, commonly called gypsies.
Gypsy is a swear now, actually, and one of my friends actually types it and replaces the Y with a asterisk.
It shouldn't be a slur. It's a type. It's people.
I mean, one of my friends prefers calling it the Romani.
As radically excuse me, I need to reread this because
Sorry for interrupting.
Indian people, commonly called gypsies, as radically undesirable, hundreds of thousands of them were imprisoned or murdered.
That makes me sad as well.
This is, if I can get it.
Sobibor.
Sobior.
I'm sorry, I have a hard time pronouncing
Oh
that.
jeez. See how notice how it like feels like you're being suffocated when you're going through these? That's how they felt in the gas chambers.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
Yeah, I know the feeling. It messes with asthma.
yeah, it does. My sister went up to the Nazi soldier with one of her friends standing naked, bracing each other. She asked to be spared. He looked into her eyes and shot the two of them. They fell together in their embrace. My sister and her young friend. Oh shit. That is very graphic, and that is like, let's hope that never happens again, please. Please? No?
It won't happen
Don't
again.
do it again, please. People need to like learn.
Exactly.
If you want to read it out loud, you can. Doesn't have to just be me. Because I can tell you want to read.
From our barracks, we can see the gas chambers. Our heart-rending cry of a woman and children reached us there. We were overcome by a feeling of helplessness. There we were, watching and unable to do anything. We had already worked out a plan of escape, but at that moment I decided we must not simply escape, we must destroy
The
fascists in the camp.
Again, all these numbers, if we get a close-up one, each and every one of these numbers is a representation of a person. That's how many numbers, as you can see, right? One row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just for here. For that much. Each and every one of these panels has multiple of that. There's thousands upon thousands of people. Thousands died in each of these camps. Each and every one.
And it's absolutely depressing.
They didn't deserve any of that.
No, they didn't.
And I can see where you feel suffocated.
There were many active Jews who resisted against the Nazis. With little to no resources, they rebelled in the ghettos. Fought as partisans in the The Nazis considered the Slavic people to be subhuman. The elite were to be exterminated, and the rest were to be used for slave labor. Millions died under German occupation.
This is why slaves are no longer a thing anymore.
This is
Majdanek.
Majdanek. This is another concentration camp. You want to read for it?
I was assigned to work outside digging ditches. We dug in the freezing cold and rain, wearing only the thin, striped dresses issued to us. The ditches weren't to be used for any particular purpose. The Nazis were merely trying to work us to death, and many did die of sickness, cold, exhaustion, and starvation.
This is a dressmaker who was forced to make uniforms for German players.
Elise, a childhood friend of mine, once found a raspberry in the camp, carried it in her pocket all day to present to me on the night on a leaf. Imagine a world in which your entire possession is one raspberry and you give it to your friend.
Oh, she right here. Like you stand right there, guys. Like you feel like you're being suffocated. Right where the forest is right now.
You'll see it on my version.
I
But
felt
like
it.
right here, you feel like you're being suffocated.
I felt it walking through.
Yeah.
It must be.
All good with that. It's cleaning out my sinuses.
It's steam.
Not liking the fact that sinuses. Oh! I'm glad it's cleaning out my sinuses for me, but it can stop now.
I was getting a couple photos with the steam as effect for some reason. Does that make sense?
Steam comes out to be perfect effect. That's why they use it in stage effects when they do live performance.
I mixed the steam and what was over there at the street together. These are on 35mm film, so I'll take like 2 weeks for it to develop.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it, and it's film that expired in 2000, so I have to overexpose it by 2 stops.
Yeah, I know you've said that multiple times. But
My friend gave me the film to use, which was very nice of him.
homosexuals were early victims of Nazi persecution. Many were imprisoned. Some were castrated. Some were castrated or used in medical experiments. Thousands died in concentration camps.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah. Jews in the Warsaw Ghetto revolted against the Nazis on April 19th, 1943. A handful of Jews heroically held off the German army for several weeks. Finally, the Nazis destroyed the ghetto.
That's horrible. I'm happy the Nazis don't exist anymore. And those neo-Nazis can shove it. Treblinka.
Treblinka, yeah. As I said, there's going to be multiple videos to that.
Sorry if I get heavily opinionated.
Where you want to go?
I was chosen to work as a barber outside the gas chamber. The Nazis needed the woman's hair. They told us, make those women believe that they are just getting a haircut. We already knew it was the last place they went in alive.
In one transport, people refused to be taken to the gas chambers. A tragic struggle developed. They destroyed everything in sight and broke the crates that filled with gold taken from the prisoners. They grabbed sticks and anything they could to get their hands on the fight. The guards' bullets cut them down. When morning came, the yard was still full of the dead. Oh, fuck the Nazis. They're assholes.
Careful with what you
What?
Careful with your language.
At least it's genuine feelings.
Still, please, careful with your language.
Okay.
By Luke 1942, United States and its allies were aware of the death camps, but did nothing to destroy them.
That's awful. Why? The fact is, they knew about them when they finally were aware of the death camps, but did nothing to stop them. That's awful that they let these poor people suffer like that.
In Poland alone, the German army killed more than 6 million Polish citizens, Jews and Christians, including 2,600 Catholic priests. I think that's where it was vandalized. You see that crack? You see the crack?
There's a crack there, but there's also a crack. Some cracks over there.
Yeah, but that's a fresh crack. Look,
Maybe.
it looks very fresh. It doesn't look weathered down. Kelmno.
No. Yeah. This is the last one of the
At first, the bodies weren't burned, they were buried. In January 1944, we were forced to dig up the bodies so they could be burned. When the last mass grave was opened, I recognized my whole family. My mother, my sisters, the kids, they were all in there.
That's awful.
That is, it's like a horror movie. I remember stooping down and picking up a piece of something black near the crematorium. I realized it was a bone. I was going to throw it down again, and I thought, my God, this may be all that's left of someone. So I wrapped it up and carried it with me. A couple of days later, I dug it out of my pocket and buried it.
Participated in the liberation of the concentration camps in 1945.
That is so depressing. Makes me so sad. But no, hey, that is a brand new break.
Yeah.
That's where it was vandalized.
Yeah.
That's where the brick was thrown at it, right?
I don't know.
Because this doesn't.
Does this look brand new? For a crack?
The wording's definitely old,
But the crack.
But the crack, that doesn't look old.
That's where it was, where the vandalism happened on the news. Whoever did that was a jerk.
An absolute asshole.
Yeah.
Pardon my French on that one.
What is this? Remember.
That's a number?
It says remember. Right over here.
Remember. Excuse me. They came first for the communists, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a communist. Then they came for the Jews, I didn't speak up because I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for the trade unionists, I didn't speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came for the Catholics, I didn't speak up because I was Protestant. Then they came for me, and by that time, no one was left to speak up.
What were you saying, Bree?
Hey, look, that's the sled the police officer got hurt on. Did you hear about that?
Where?
You remember that sled the police officer got hurt on in Boston because he slid too fast or something? That was the slide where the officer got hurt.
Oh, that's the slide?
Yeah, the slide on the news where the officer got hurt, where he slid down and got hurt.
What was he doing that he needed to be on the slide?
I don't know. It was like, I think he was sliding. I don't remember everything.
We have an ADHD brain.
I already know. I need to go to my 40s instead of my 20s on my med.
Guys, we will.
I'm sorry. My ADHD's a mess.
Take a deep breath.
Sorry about that.
Nope. Take
All right.
a nice deep breath, girl.
Alright guys, so we're gonna end this one here. This has been the Holocaust Memorial. I hope you enjoyed experiencing all the things we experienced here at this one. It's a sad walk. It's a sad memorial. But it is definitely worth a trip if you make it up here to Boston one day. Just please, don't vandalize the place. We've had enough people that have done that.
There's no need to vandalize. Come up here and enjoy the scenic routes. Enjoy what has been given to you. Don't destroy something that's part of history.
And if you destroy something, we're not going to mention your name because you don't deserve clout on Ghost Explorer.
No, you don't. You don't deserve your name anywhere if you are going to vandalize things. No, your name deserves to be
In a police file.
in a police file with your hands behind bars. So please, we ask,
Don't vandalize.
don't vandalize. The same thing goes for cemeteries. Go visit loved ones. Go visit anybody.
Go visit historical figures for all I care.
Exactly. Do not vandalize. That's all we have to say.
All we have to ask, please. But anyways, for this one, this is Nikki Baptista, team lead from Massachusetts, with Marie, one of our newest members, our Proby field member, and LaForest, our camera member. Well, our chief videographer. Anyways, we love you guys, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.